After the victory of the Germans in the First World War, syndicalist revolutions sprung up all over the losing powers. In Italy, our home, we declared the Socialist Republic of Italy. But the capitalists and autocratic North managed with the help of Austria to push us out of Rome. But we staged a successful defense of Naples, so we signed a ceasefire with the North. Our goal is to unite Italy under our syndicalist banner, but we are beginning to see political instability. A lot of minor nationalist groups are beginning to form. One of them is ruled by Julius Evola, someone who could only be described as an ultra-right-wing and a radical traditionalist. But why should we care about this? It's not like he's going to take over our country. Oh, but now they're doing a march on Naples. We let them do it, we don't want instability. Now it's time for the 4th Congress. We will decide who the next leader of our republic shall be. Time for a vote. What? No one won the vote. But who should be our next leader? Oh no, Evola is marching into Naples again. His legion have taken control over the country. We have overthrown the socialists. Now we will start rebuilding our society under the guidance of Julius Evola. We will get funds from the aristocrats to build more factories and then form the Knights of the Grail. Loyal militants armed with the best equipment and ready to follow any orders. After that, we destroyed liberalism and converted the integralists to our side. Now it's time to invite the king home. Julius Evola will of course still be our leader, but Emmanuel III will be here to ensure stability and legitimacy. With Emmanuel back home, we started with Evola's reforms. Things were going good, but as our influence grew more and more, Catholics started resisting. So we started our anti-clergism campaign. We began occupying churches and spreading our own religion, the primordial faith. Then we continued with our reforms, strengthening our religious influence. With our religion strengthened, we demanded Rome from the North Italians. We had slowly built up a stronger army than the Northerners, so they gave us Rome because they weren't ready for a war against us. This shows that they are weak. We quickly continued with our reforms to ready ourselves for a war. When we had done our last reform, we were ready. Let the reunification of Italy begin. We have now united Italy, except the Austrian puppet state of Venice, but the Austrians are too strong to attack right now. So, it's time to show the world our real intentions. We will restore the Roman Empire. To restore the empire's border will be hard. We only border strong factions in the north. The Third International in France, the Reichspakt in Switzerland, and the Donau-Adria-Bund in Venice. The only way to expand right now is across the Adriatic Sea to Greece. We began with naval invading the small island closest to Italy. After failing to push further, we did another naval invasion but to the Peloponnese Peninsula instead. We landed and took control over the whole peninsula. Then we naval invaded a third time on the narrow passage from Athens to the rest of Greece. The invasion was successful and we encircled and destroyed the defenders of Athens. Then we attacked north and after a few battles we captured Thessalonica and the Greeks surrendered. While we took over Greece, the Ottomans found themselves in a war against the coalition of Egypt, Iran and Yemen. The war is currently a stalemate, but if we join the coalition we could tip the favor to their side and also get land in Turkey. So we attacked them. We pushed through to Istanbul and after a quick fight we captured the city. We are back after so many years under Ottoman control. It would be hard to push to the other side of the straits, so instead we navally invaded the Aegean Islands and Smyrna. There were more Ottomans than we thought, but we managed to encircle them and capture all ports. Then reinforcements came from the Istanbul push. Now we had a big front with the Ottomans and we were ready to crush them. But just when it was going the best, the Egyptian coalition signed peace with the Ottomans. Those traitors, we won't forget this, so now we have to fight against the Ottomans all alone. But the Ottoman reinforcements from Egypt were tired, so we managed to take Adna so that they capitulated. At first, we took over everything, but after realizing that resistance would be a big problem, we allowed the formation of a Turkish state. Of course under our control. Then we continued our expansion to Bulgaria. We encircled their coast and captured it. After that, we took over Sofia and the rest of Bulgaria. Just as we annexed all of Bulgaria, the Second World War began. But not much happened, the fronts were completely quiet. Before we join the World War, we will first crush the traitors. We landed in Alexandria and quickly took over Cairo and the rest of Egypt. With that resolved, we could turn back to Europe. The Romanians, one of the only nations with the same ideology as us, declared war on Austria. We need to help them, so we embarked on our biggest war yet. With the Austrians done and dusted, we turned our now mighty army to the Syndicalists. They weren't ready for our attack, so we managed to march to the river, but after that we got stopped. The Syndicalists are too strong to push further inland. We need to find a new way to attack them. We can't naval invade them because they have no more ports in the Mediterranean Sea. And helping the Germans to push is impossible because the French are really well entrenched. The only way is to open a new front. And the only new front we can open is in Spain. They still have their civil war, so it will be an easy victory. We landed around Gibraltar and captured 2 ports. Then when reinforcements arrived, we spread out all over Spain. We captured Madrid and then continued to Oviedo and Barcelona. When we captured Barcelona, the Syndicalists capitulated and we had an open road into France. Finally, the Syndicalists are defeated. In the peace deal, we split France with the Germans. We got all land we wanted to achieve Mare Nostrum, but there are still some French we need to defeat to achieve it. So we attacked Portugal and the French state. In Portugal, we overran their forces and quickly captured their whole nation. While in Algeria, the French were already fighting the Germans in Morocco, so together with the Germans we sandwiched them. An easy victory. We got most of Algeria in the peace deal. To achieve Mare Nostrum, there are only some small states left to conquer, but all are owned by the Germans. To fight against the Germans would be suicidal and take years to prepare. So instead of fighting them, we made a deal with them. We gave them Austria in return for all German holdings in the Mediterranean Sea. Then we integrated our two puppets of Syria and Turkey. Finally, we have achieved Mare Nostrum. The Mediterranean Sea is ours. Thanks everyone for watching and see you in the next video.